Welcome back, guys, to the channel. We are back with another video, and today we are going to look at a different concept. This is not an analysis of any sort, but we are going to look at a concept in market called change of character, which some people call chalk. So in simple terms, what do we mean by change of character? This is where the market changes from a downward trend to an upward trend, or an upward trend to a downward trend, where the market changes the sentiment of the structure from one structure to a different structure. So for this example we are looking at right now, we are looking at a change of character from a downward trend to the upward trend. The market will always give you different market structures. It will never be one exact structure like a textbook, but it will always give you different patterns, different price movement, but the general structure will always be the same. So if you understand the structure of a certain concept, you will understand it once and you will try to always look for it on the chart. So we are looking at Euro Canadian of the 1 hour chart, and let's look at the change of character right here. So what do you look for when you're trading, looking, or when you're following a concept like change of character? First thing, you have to see a move, like a trend, upward or downward, or downward, it doesn't matter any. So you look for break of structures where the market breaks a previous support, like so. Right here is a break of structure. Support was created and then it was broken, so this is a break of the structure. Again, you see another support created right here. Price moves back, makes a retest, comes, breaks that support. So this is a continuation of a downward trend. Then another support is created. Remember, this is a 1 hour chart, so these supports are a little bit strong. So this is another support created, a point where the price moves back up to make a retest and then comes back and breaks again. So all this is just showing you that the price is moving in a downward trend until the previous resistance is broken. Then we are still in a downward trend always. So all this, we are looking at a price moving in a downward trend without breaking the previous resistance. So this is a clear indication that your downward trend is still in play. So if you had a swing, order, or if you open a position at the top of the market, there is nowhere you're going to close until you see a change of character where price will break the previous resistance. So right here we are still looking at a breakout structure again to the downward side. So it means the market is still moving down, and right here we see two supports at the same zone. So this is kind of a double bottom to the upside, but still the market hasn't broken the previous resistance. So even though we have a double bottom, we might have an entry to the upside, but this is a short-term entry until the market breaks. This is a short-term position right here until the market breaks the structure and you start thinking about that long-term trend to the upward, or you might go into a ranging market. Now right here we saw a pullback again to the same zone. So this is 3 price points on this same at this point, and we are looking at a huge if you look back to the previous days in the chart, you can see it's a key level right there. There was a lot of resistance at this level and it was broken. Now this whole trend has moved back and created supports above the resistance. So let's come back to our chart. So we are looking at 2 price points. So this is a big double bottom and a move to the upside is starting, but we haven't seen any change of character. This is a good entry for a short-term trend, also a short-term position, a buy position, and we saw the first break of structure. So this was the first break of structure right there. This resistance was broken to the upside. Now what are we looking for? Because this is the change of character. A resistance has been broken in the downward trend. So what are we looking for at this point? We are looking for a pullback and a demand has to be created. Pullback and demand has to be created. So here we are looking at a demand that is created right there. There was a pullback and price touched exactly at the trend line and rejected and created a move to the upside, then came back at the same point and created another support. So these 2 points are creating a strong support, which is becoming the first demand outside the trend, the downward trend. This is our first demand outside the downward trend. We can look at it in the 4-hour chart. Let's see, we can look at it in the 4-hour chart, and as you can see in the 4-hour chart, this right here is creating some strong indications of upside movements. As you can see, there was a move and rejection, and here we are seeing all price points are rejecting this big rejection right there. That price point is being rejected even in the 4-hour time frame. So all these are clear indications that you are set up for a buy position. Right here you can look at that candle. This all these candles are rejecting into this price point, and this candle is already above, rejecting but above. This is just a clear indication that you have entered. There is an opportunity to open a buy position at that moment. And a few 4-hour candles later, so this is 12 hours later, a few 3-4 hour candles later, you saw that big push to the upside. This was some kind of news that came out. I think this was I hope it was NFP news, I guess. In this candle there was some news release that pushed the price upward, but the price was already showing a huge support at the demand zone and then a retest outside the trend line. So this is what we call the change of character. You see price moving gradually, creating lower lows and lower highs until you see price creating a higher high, breaking the previous. In the 4-hour chart, we'll take this as our resistance, and now price is creating a higher high and higher lows. Price is moving from creating lower lows and higher lows to creating higher highs and higher lows. Now this is what we call a change of character. Price changing from one trend to another trend. So let's try and look at one example quick. Let's look at for example, let's see, let's look at GBP AUD. Let's look at another form of change of character. Very quick, easy. Now this is a upward trend, downward trend, upward trend. Now how do you notice the change of character in this area? For example, we want to see how the price is changing, this downward trend changing into this upward trend. Easy. You're going to look at break of structure here. There was a move. Let's put in the 1-hour chart. Sorry about that. Okay, let's come back here. Okay, for example, we had this upward trend. We are looking for a change of character. How do we go for that change of character? Here is a trend moving to the upside, as you can see. As you can see, we are looking at a break of structure right here, another break of structure right here, and you're looking at the break of structure right there. This is the change of character right there. So that is the change of character. We had an upward trend, as you can see here, and then what happened? Price broke the previous resistance. Price broke the previous resistance. This was our support. Price broke the previous support right here. That is the support. price broke the previous support and came back and created a supply. This is a supply, and as you can see, this was the supply. Price created a supply, and then from this supply you are seeing a rejection right here, and this rejection on this supply created a strong move to the downside. And let's look at a different example. How does this downward trend change into this upward trend? For example, this is our trend line. How do we go and enter into this position with change of character? Simple. This trend moved, created a low, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower high. Change of character. Demand zone, higher high, back to the demand zone, and straight to a change in the trend. So what are we talking about here? We're talking at a break-off structure right here. The market created a change in character and broke the structure at this price point, then came back, and here it didn't break the structure, but here there was a break of structure to a different side. Now this is the change of character, and the next move after the structure is broken, which means the market is creating a higher high. The next move will be a demand, and if price comes back to that same demand zone, you will see a big push to the upside. So change of character, demand created, big push to the upside. So in simple terms, that is what we call change of character, and you can use it in any time frame possible. So that was our video about change of character. Thanks for watching, and keep it up, guys.